Welcome back. It is 24 minutes to 9 o'clock. It is morning news today. Sentencing procedures in the case against Collan Rex. He's a former assistant water polo coach at Parktown Boys High School. Are expected to get underway at the Palm Ridge Magistrate's Court today. Well, Rex has been convicted on 144 counts of sexual assault and 12 counts of common assault. ENC's Kaya Kumalo following that story for us. Kaya, a very good morning to you. We understand, yes, those sentencing procedures getting underway finally there. But take us through the process. What needs to happen during this process here?
Well, Yuveka, we're just expecting the court proceedings to get underway in a matter of half an hour or so. So there'll be a probation officer's report that will be tabled before the Palm Ridge Magistrate Court, where the South Gauteng High Court is seating. So it's a very comprehensive report about the circumstances of the victims, about their experiences. And then subsequent to that, that's when the sentencing procedures will get underway. But it's been quite a very harrowing experience for a number of, the school boys who went through the situation. But also, just to give you a picture, the last time we were here, Yuveka, the judge was very flustered, saying this matter should be finalized, so we cannot afford to have this particular case riddled with delays and all sorts of things. But also, more interestingly, having an opportunity to speak to one of the parents who was describing the circumstances that his son went through. He's currently receiving a psychiatric treatment, and he was writing his matric exam. So a very, very sad situation.
Tell us what we know of Collan Rex. I mean, the rest of us, Kaya, can't see his face. He's always covered his face. We've never been able to see him going into court, coming out of court. So give us some idea as to if you've had a chance to sort of get close and see what he seems like and his supporter and his support system. Just what does he seem like? Does he seem remorseful? Does he seem like he's just a guy who's just, out for the day? What have you noticed about him?
It's really hard, Yuveka, to say whether does he come across as remorseful. He's a character that comes across as very inscrutable. It's always hard to read his demeanor. He comes across as somebody who tries so hard to conceal his character. But he's generally always flanked by his family members, but also from the side of the victims. There's always a lot of support. The last time we were here, once again, there was a group of bikers who were here to show solidarity. So it's quite a very interesting turn of events. But also, in terms of the parents, a lot of them, they feel so disappointed by what's happened in this particular school. And also, they feel that perhaps the Department of Education should do more in making sure that their children, when they are right at school, they are protected at all costs, so that there is no recurrence of this particular incident. Well, as I'm just talking about the bikers, Yuveka, I'm just going to step out of the shot. So this is one of the grouping. They always come to support the boys. So there's a very quite strong solidarity that they always show. So as soon as the court proceedings get underway, they will go inside. So these bikes will be switched off, and then they will have an opportunity once again, once the proceedings are done and dusted, of addressing the members of the media. From time to time, there's always quite a strong degree of outrage and really saying justice should prevail.
And very, very quickly for us, Kaya, I mean, sentencing proceedings start today. It doesn't mean we will get sentencing today. This could take a few days, considering the number of charges there.
By the looks of things, Yuveka, that is very bound to be the case. So the sentencing is not likely to really happen today, because the report itself, it's very comprehensive. You have an unprecedented number of charges that the accused is facing. So by all accounts, it's not really likely to get underway today.
All right, thanks very much for that, Kaya Kumalo, keeping an eye on that story for us. Collan Rex, the former assistant water polo coach, Parktown Boys High School. He's been convicted on 144 counts of sexual assault, 12 of common assault.